How's it going, everyone? Got a little bit of news to talk about in this video. Want to give you guys a heads up on Games' Project Awakening, a game that was announced back in 2018. We finally got a little bit of a new look on the game, so I'll give you guys a little bit of a heads up on that. Not much footage, but man, this game is shaping up to be one of a technical masterclass if it actually turns out at an optimal stage. We'll talk about that. Another RPG, on the other hand, LX2 has gotten a trailer, the Factions trailer. We'll talk about that. A pretty notable open beta is live for preload right now, and one of the best PlayStation 5 console exclusives of the year is getting its physical release in just a couple days. We'll give you a heads up on that in just a little bit. But first of all, Games' Project Awakening has been shown more as a tech demo during one of their presentations, Games' tech conference, and this game looks tremendous from a visual standpoint. If this is how we can expect the game to look in-game, and I expect this is what they're going for, this game looks incredible. I mean, if we just talk about it technically, looks pretty outstanding. Now, this game was initially announced back in 2018, so it's been quite a while since we've heard more about it. I imagine development is progressing along, but Project Awakening is noted to be an all-new action RPG featuring cutting-edge graphics and a high fantasy setting as part of the company's ongoing drive to deliver the very best in entertainment. Games has assembled a development dream team to create the game, boasting extensive experience across a variety of much-loved video game hits. Brand new RPG, and again, it's going for something very high class in terms of presentation. Would imagine that this is going to be a PlayStation 5 title, and again, it's been very quiet on this game, so hopefully they've just been hard at work on it for the last couple of years, and it's seeing smooth progression, and maybe we'll see a release late 22, early 23, I don't know. At this point, I'm just spitballing with a release window because I wouldn't take anything more than just hearsay. Honestly, this could end up being a 2025 game. This could honestly end up being deep down. You just never know with games that are seemingly so far away, but hopefully, again, it is making smooth development and we'll see a release sooner rather than later. But yeah, from a visual standpoint, from a technical standpoint, one game to definitely have your eyes on. Alright, moving on from that, one RPG that I did not think was actually gonna get a sequel was Alex. Alex was an RPG that was released years and years ago, more of a post-apocalyptic science fantasy RPG, and while it had some very cool thematics and cool design choices, at the same time the game was not received all too well. It was done by Piranha Bytes, who have done some pretty notable stuff, Risen, Gothic, games of that nature. With Alex, again, it had some cool elements, but ultimately I don't think it was a game that resonated with a ton of people. Came out back in 2017, but here we go. THQ Nordic seems to be giving a lot of games a shot. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss, but more often than not, they are hitting, and Piranha Bytes definitely is a talented studio. Now we have LX2, and we have a brand new trailer in the Factions trailer. THQ Nordic just put that out, and we now know the game's 5 playable factions, each of which offers their own unique weapons and skill sets, so offers a little bit of variety in the gameplay. First of all, we have the Berserkers, skilled magicians who use the power of Alex to perform all different kinds of spells. They have managed to transform the desert of Tavar into a green and lush utopia and have established an outpost in the former stronghold of the Outlaws. The Outlaws, on the other hand, faction is scattered throughout Magalan. Some outlaws have joined the Berserkers when they took over Tavar. Some moved to the crater landscape of Adaris and have continued their life of crime. Then you have the Albs. They have learned from their defeat in Alex and have returned as a playable faction. The Clerics, famous for their love of engineering and crafting powerful combat robots powered by Alex. They paid a high price in the war, and not only did they lose their home, but many of their brothers and sisters fell on the battlefield as well. And then a brand new faction, the Morkhans, in Alex 2. When the meteor hit Malgan, some survivors fled to an underground tunnel system and lived a life of darkness and deprivation. But recently, they've started to leave their isolation and want to spread their religion all over Malgan and wipe out anyone standing against them. So you have 5 different factions, and with that, you got a little bit of gameplay within the trailer as well. I have to say, from a visual standpoint, nothing to blow away at this stage of the game. This is a cross-gen game. It's not going to be PS5 and Xbox Series exclusive, but honestly, with an RPG like this, it's more about the setting, it's more about the characters and gameplay, of course, and hopefully they can get those elements right, because I think from a setting standpoint, Alex had a lot of potential. You know, it just, even on the surface level, post-apocalyptic science fantasy setting, sounds like something at a fundamental level could evolve into something engrossing. We'll see how it turns out with LX2. I mean, THQ Nordic must have some faith in it, given that they gave the green light to Piranha Bytes, and it seems like they've been working on it for quite a while. And Piranha Bytes, again, they have put out some quality stuff. Let's see if they can improve upon LX with LX2. And, you know, a lot of the times we see these studios that do, you know, not the top tier RPGs, but good RPGs or decent RPGs. They continue to evolve. I always will commend a studio like Spiders that has been continually evolving with every outing that they've put out, and they're turning out to be a pretty decent little studio, all things considered. They put out Greedfall, that turned out to be pretty good, and now they're working on a game that the name escapes me right now, but a unique alternate history title. So sometimes it takes a couple outings for these studios to find their footing with an IP, and we'll see how LX2 turns out March 1st of 2022. Alright, moving on from that, King of Fighters 15, the open beta, want to say that that is live as a preload right now. The testing period itself, 7 p.m. November 19th Pacific time to 6:59 a.m. November 22nd Pacific time, 4 a.m. November 20th Central time to 3:59 p.m. November 22nd Central time. So your local time may vary. That's what they have listed. PS4, PS5 cross-generation play. Enabled playable modes include casual match, room match, versus training, tutorial, and you have a couple of different playable characters as well. Preloaded right now, as you're gonna be good to go come November the 19th. And lastly, want to note, Kenna Bridge of Spirits dropped back in September of this year as a digital-only release. Now will be coming as the deluxe edition in its physical form on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. It will be priced at $49.99, so I believe that's $10 more than the digital release. The physical deluxe edition will include a copy of the game, the digital soundtrack, a retail exclusive sticker sheet, digital in-game silver staff, exclusive golden Rot character skin, and unique Rot celebration hat. So you're getting some additional stuff for your additional $10. Game was received incredibly well, a story-driven action-adventure set in a charming world rich with exploration and fast-paced combat. Game isn't incredibly lengthy, but again, it is a budget release, and yeah, something to check out if you are more into getting your physical games. Probably a game that won't go on sale as far as its physical release come Black Friday, given that, what, a week and a half later is when Black Friday is, so I wouldn't expect to get this at $30, $35, but who knows, crazier has happened. You know, Riders Republic, after all, a relatively big budget release, is north of 50% off less than a month after release, so really these days anything can happen, and I'm not surprised by much, but in this case, I would be a bit surprised by Kenna going on sale. This physical edition, just, you know, a week and a half after release, although the digital edition could see that going on sale, which might be worth a pickup. And that's gonna do it for me again. Cygames' Project Awakening gets a little bit more footage. Technically, game looks tremendous. Hopefully, they're making good work on that and smooth progress on that. LX2 has gotten a brand new trailer in the Factions trailer, and King of Fighters 15 has got its open beta live as a preload right now, and Kenna Bridge of Spirits Physical Edition will be dropping November the 19th. That's gonna do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.